Hey everyone! You know, Kidder Music Service is one of the greatest assets to our school district. From providing day-to-day materials like reeds and valve oil to purchasing pieces of sound and instrumental equipment, there isn't anything they can't do. Kidder Music Service helps our students sound the best they can each and every day, and we are proud to call them a Music in the Making sponsor. If you are looking for similar materials for your school, don't hesitate to call and ask for assistance and mention us, Music in the Making, today. Their number is 309-692-4040, or visit kiddermusic.com, that's Kidder music.com today for all your music classroom needs. And now, on to the podcast. Welcome to Music in the Making.
That's illegal.
I want to be with you everywhere. A Halloween party. Oh, that's fun. Let's talk about work.
That's not what I said. Well, and I like Stanridge, so it's like I kind of.
Oh, you guys are friends?
Yeah,
You guys
I
are
talked to
friends?
him. Yeah, we talked
to him last week.
a whole 5 minutes at Midwest last year. We are 3 high school and junior high music teachers from West Central Illinois.
And someone had to go to the bathroom during intermission and missed it. And that someone is me.
Yeah! Each week we will talk about our experiences in the classroom, community, and personal lives too. Please welcome your hosts, Lisa Hallen.
We say move all this stuff down there, and then it gets moved, and I'm like, oh my gosh, why have we moved that from there to there to there? Stop recording.
Art Martinez, happy Friday if it's not a Friday, or Saturday or Sunday, or if you're Lisa, it's a week later. And Kevin Ferry.
I don't know what you're talking about.
During class.
Yes. Want to see Goo Puppy?
You want to take a
I thought you were asking him. Aww.
while Lisa's talking?
My friend Lydia from church.
So that means you're gonna
Oh,
go now
the
that you
one that
have a
came to
house.
the-
You gotta get a
The one
dog.
from the trivia.
Yes, that Lydia. Yeah.
That
Look
was also in your wedding.
at my wedding,
At your
not
wedding.
in it.
Okay, that's very cute.
And he was just like knocked out yesterday. Where's that one?
You
Just
got knocked the
dead to the world.
That'll be our out of context.
Oh my gosh.
And it'll be famous.
Yeah. His name is Simon.
Simon says.
Posted him on Snapchat, and everyone was like, "Did you get a dog?" Like, no, but
You're
I
like-
have to hold a puppy, so.
It's like the same thing.
Yeah, but I don't have to pay the bills.
This is true.
You got a puppy?
She's not.
Oh my
now
gosh,
that she
you
has
don't
a,
listen.
Now that she has a house, she's got it. She's
My
gotta fill that house with
friend got a
something.
puppy.
You have friends?
Which means,
Yes.
according to the socialist law of pets, our puppy.
Our puppy, yes. It was amazing.
Welcome back to another episode.
You know, you're getting really lame at that. That's like really boring.
Are we
It's
actually
really
live?
boring.
Take 2.
Well, hey, we started. She knew about it. You didn't know her conversation was.
No, what I'm
And you-
saying is you're welcome back to Music in the Making has become lame. It used to be welcome back, and now it's like,
Hey, it's
welcome
Friday.
back,
It's
we're
been a
really...
day.
It's been a long week.
I get it, but like our audience demands, expects
The
you to be on
interject.
point. It's like, have you ever thought?
And after I gave you a perfect setup with the whole, like, socialist joke. Like, come on.
Can I talk?
Kevin,
My turn?
go.
Okay.
Sure.
Let's
Give me my
Seacrest. Ryan Seacrest. If he ever said, "This is American Idol," differently, people would be pissed. Okay?
Language.
People would be upset.
Thank you.
Been a long week. Been a long day.
We have
All these
standards
You
to
got.
uphold.
This is her podcast, by the way.
I do.
Oh, speaking on those terms,
Someone was parked in my parking lot spot when I came back from Central.
In your parking lot. It is it's her parking lot.
My parking lot is yours?
So I parked in the principal's parking spot.
Yeah, he was gone today.
Yeah, he was gone. I was like, this is mine now.
Instead of MRHS, it's LFHS.
Yeah, Lisa Fornoff High School.
We're going to do things differently if that's the case.
So
Everyone plays horn. The French horn. Not
she just said we have standards. And one of my favorite t-shirts in the world. We've upped our standards, so up yours.
There you go.
It's pretty funny.
We'll put that
You can take that several different ways, Mrs.
What?
Fornoff.
It's not necessarily talking about something inappropriate.
Whoops, sorry.
Trap.
Boy, yoing, yoing, yoing.
Boy, yoing, yoing.
Sorry, I'm dealing with some business stuff too.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, welcome back. This is, I would say, we're kind of get used to all doing this again. You know what I mean? Like, I just, like, trying to think through, like, all the, like the process of all this, and also trying to get, like, ahead as far as, like, what are we going to talk about today? Getting used to all that is crazy, and we're still in the middle of a whole bunch of things going on in the music department. I will say, you know, we did have a rough start to the day, unfortunately. We found out that one of our teachers passed away, which, you know, I think for everyone, obviously it's devastating because for us, the teachers, like, this is a coworker. This is someone that we see regularly. For the students, I think they take it a step further.
He was so good at building relationships with students.
Yeah, and I said, and I made it a point because we had a very, very brief staff meeting at the start of school because we had to be informed of what had happened. But then we were told, like, first hour, teachers, you have to go. You have to be the ones to say it.
Yeah. I'm like,
Yeah.
I had 2 kids, thank God.
Yeah.
I had Ian. Well, I had beep and beep.
Yeah.
But I'm like coming to my office and, like, I don't know what this means to you guys. I don't know them, right?
Yeah.
They're dual credit and ingenuity, whatever.
Yeah.
This is November 22nd.
Second.
I've not heard those 2 say 4 words the entire semester. They talked the entire period to each other.
Oh wow.
So I just and just let them talk. But
Yeah. So it was. I think for me, it was like, okay, like, how do you? Because it's not like I knew the teacher that well compared to everyone. Because I mean, this is only a third year working here, but that doesn't mean that I didn't have a conversation a couple times with this teacher. It doesn't mean that I, you know, didn't know them at least enough. But the little I knew about the teacher was more than enough to say to the students, this is a teacher that I'm sure is what got some students out of bed every single day.
Yeah, seriously.
This is such a rough time for everyone, for many more ways than one. And to have, like, maybe the one thing that drives you to get out of bed every single day, whether it's your job or family or whatever, I told the kids, I know, even if it's not you, but it could be some of you, like, this was a person that that got you here every single day. And it's important for you to be there for the people who, now that they don't have that right now, to be there for them. And you know, and I shared with them that, like, I, in college, had a professor who was very important to me die suddenly. And we, and for me, it was devastating because it's like, I mean, he wasn't even one of my main professors. Like, he wasn't like a core class. He was my lesson teacher, but he also was the director of the School of Music. He was there at my audition for WIU. And he was...
Shout out.
And
Shout out.
She's listening. We have other people to shout out.
This is my apologies. WIU. Now they're gonna think I don't like them.
Yeah.
They're
Go
walking
next.
billboard over here.
I was able to share that, you know, that with the students, and I think that maybe, like, helped. But I mean, unfortunately, it is just one of those things in life that, like, when you have these people in your lives, it's always important to just embrace them. But then when they're gone, that doesn't mean that, you know, things fall apart. It means that we just talk through it. We help each other out. We support each other, and we move on. So we obviously didn't have rehearsal this morning. It was like dead silent. I said, like, guys, I'll be honest. I don't really know how I can help besides just being here if you want to talk. Otherwise, the counselors I know for sure are available. But, but like, I mean, if you want to just talk about stuff, like, please, like, I'll be in the office. But I said, like, you should be there for each other. Like, you guys know him better than I do, so share those moments. So there was some conversation. They actually ended up towards the end of, whether it been about the teacher or not. Like, there was actually some laughing at the end, so I think they were kind of still working through it. But it was a very long day because we had to start our school day like that. So, but honestly, it's so awesome to hear that we're already working toward, the school's already working towards, like, having some sort of funds sent to the family in honor of them, and all flower arrangements and all this and that. So that's just really, really awesome to see that. And I would hope that if this ever happened at another school, that this like the way that we do things here, this is a family, this is a tight knit group. That I would hope that if this ever happened somewhere else, that the support that the students have for each other and the teachers would be the same, because I think it's really important that we, in this moment of loss for everyone in some way, shape, or form, that we're just there for each other. So this is one of those life things that just kind of happens, unfortunately. So sorry to start the podcast so somber, but I think it's good for us to just mention that, like, hey, as teachers, it's not necessarily in the handbook, but I mean, when something like this happens,
there's no class for this.
I was thinking that today.
Yeah, there's no class for this on how to deal with this. And
I mean, I've had family members pass away within the last 10 years, so I've gone through some of these things. I mean, it's never easy, of course, but I think it's, for some of these kids, this might have been one of the first times they've ever, at least they can recall, a time where they've been this distraught about losing someone.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I was fortunate for the opportunity to maybe connect with the students in this way. Mm-hmm. Of course, I'm sad that this is maybe something that they'll remember, but my hope is that they'll come out of this, obviously still sad for a little bit. They have the weekend to kind of process it also. So, but I think maybe too, just they can be there for each other, like text groups, phone calls, meet up this weekend, spend time with each other.
So, what I told my kids was, Dr. Gabel was somebody that loved our music program. Like, he was at every Madrigal dinner. He went to all the musicals. He went to a lot of our concerts. Mm-hmm. And I told him, I said, look, Dr. Gabel loved listening to you guys sing. He just thought you guys were the best. He would always say, the first year he was here, I don't know how many times he told me, well, when I was in high school, I was in Galesburg show choir. I'm like, well, good for you. Way to go. Way to go. But, just to try to make that connection. That's who Brian Gabel was. He just tried to make connections with people. And, just if you ever got the chance to sit down and talk to him and listen to some of it. I mean, he has personal stories about George Herbert Walker Bush. Like, who does that? No, it's Brian Gabel. Brian Gabel has those stories. He talks about dealing with Vice President Bush on Air Force Two. I'm like, shut up. He's like, no, this is what happened, and this is how, our kids think so much of him that, he has spoken at our graduation twice in the last 4 or 5 years. Mm-hmm. But I told my kids, look, everybody deals with grief differently. Let's get to work. Mm-hmm. Let's get to work. I will have my time to reflect and do all of that. I said, but you know what? Brian would want us doing what we do. Yeah. He would want us singing. And even one of them were like, yeah, this one's for him. Let's sing for him. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. Let's, whatever it takes. And most of the time the kids were engaged, but there were times where they needed a minute. And you give them that minute or two or 10 or whatever they need. Just everybody that's in the music world right now knows how stupid busy we all are.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is the time of year that, I think, I haven't counted it, but off the top of my head, we have 20 performances in the next 3 weeks. Like, it's just nuts. And, I also told the kids, I'm like, look, there may be a day where we need to shuffle some things around because we're going to be going to a celebration of life. And we're all going to go. And, we had this happen in 2012. And the celebration of life was in our gym. And that gym was packed. Just freaking packed. And the choir sang at it. And I don't know that we'll get asked to sing at Dr. Gabel's. And that's, if we don't, it's fine. If we do, we'll figure something out and we'll start singing.
Yeah.
I just, these things happen and it sucks, but it'll all be okay.
Yeah.
And we'll all get through it and we'll all be here for each other. So,
yeah. I mean, like, it's funny because, like, I kind of had the same mentality at first of, like, it's semi-distraction if we're busy, but I think because it was first hour.
Yeah, I had the luxury.
You had a little bit easier. So
yeah.
But even then when I thought about it, I'm like, my agenda is gonna be the same whether we rehearse or not. We're gonna have only X amount of days after today. So whether we play or not, we're still gonna have. So for me, it's kind of like, you know what? I don't know him as well as everyone else because I've been here as long, but I still, again, like I mentioned before, I still knew how important he was to a lot of people. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to respect that and do what they feel like doing because I'm just really not in a position that I would feel comfortable forcing them to do something that like it'd probably just be a waste, like they'd be too distracted by
Well, I walked into the auditorium and I got about halfway down the aisle and I'm like, hey, set up in a horseshoe, please. And one of the kids like, half of us are up here crying. I'm like, I get it. Just when we get there, I want you in a horseshoe formation today. Like, I'm not. Darn it! Look at that. Darn it! Get to work. It was.
Yeah. I did play in concert band. I gave them the choice. We talked about it. Most of them are. Or a lot of them are freshmen and sophomores and haven't had him yet. And we told them, I told them, and then I gave them the option. I was like, what do you want to do? Do you want to take a day to talk and relax, or do you want to play? And they were just dead silent. And I was like, well, I'm a big fan of not ignoring our feelings through music, but let's put this into music, use music to deal with this. And what was I? Oh, I lost my train of thought because we're conversing over here.
We're talking about important stuff.
We were being very quiet.
Brian
I
Gable
sat
Memorial
here
t-shirts.
through 5 minutes of you guys talking.
Yeah, it's her podcast, dang it.
Okay.
Her
anyway.
parking lot, her podcast.
Oh, that's what I wanted to say.
Her dog.
So I was like, so I think we should play because we can play and be sad, or we can go sit on our phones and be sad, and that's not good.
Mm-hmm. You're sad on your phone anyway.
Yeah, and then one of the color guard members was like, well, I'm going to go be sad on my phone.
Yep.
They don't play that.
Yeah,
I
that's
like, yeah.
Starting next year, they're all playing the bassoon. No, don't do that. That's punishment.
You said it.
Because I know.
He plays bassoon.
Because I know. I play it. So, not our usual subject choice, but I think it's important that for any of our younger teachers and listeners who have experienced not experienced this yet. I mean, it can be a really thing. It could be sudden. It could be like something that's upcoming. I mean, you just never know. And when you have that opportunity, I think to talk to students, I think it's an opportunity for you to connect with them, because I think for especially the high school age, like they're young adults, they've probably seen things online, but for it to actually happen to them is different. Because, I mean, I can recall the gasp I heard when I said it. Because I almost, like, when I said it out loud, I was like, am I being pranked right? Like, it felt like am I being pranked? Like, I'm like, because I know we just had that meeting, and I know they said, go say this, but even after I said it, I'm like, that doesn't sound right to me. Like, I feel like I shouldn't say this. So it even felt wrong to almost say it, but...
My daughter, Emma, called me. Like, I didn't tell my 2 younger kids, because they loved him, and I'm like, they're going to find out on their own, and then I will be here for them. And she called, and she was bawling. She said, this isn't real, is it? And I said, yeah. And Emma and a friend of hers actually came to the school. She's like, I just want to be at the school. Aww. I said, okay, just make sure, go to the office, let them know you're here.
Yeah. Sign in like everybody else. Yeah.
And I said, Emma, if they tell you no, then you just have to accept it. And she came, and they went into Dr. Gabel's room at lunch, sat in his recliner, and just I guess there was several kids in there during lunch, and it just it's weird. I mean, everybody deals with it, and the way I look at it is how you want to deal with it. It's not wrong, and as long as people have that feeling about it, I think everybody can be okay. It's because I'm not as sad as you are, or you're not as sad, and I'm not showing tears, and I'm not throwing a fit. It doesn't mean I don't care. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to miss him, because I told my classes, I had several conversations with him. We talked about finance, we talked about economics, we talked about politics, we talked about life, we talked about his military career, and we talked about everything. Like, I loved those conversations. I'll never forget, and I'm gonna go find it tonight. Several years ago, he came in and he always, the next day, Acorns or Coinbase or whatever the next, you need to put your money in Acorns, and to get your roundups, and that you're going to save so much money, and you need to invest in this, and you need to invest in this. He come in one day and he goes, Ferry, silver. I'm like, what? He goes, you need to invest in. He goes, here's your first investment, and he handed me a silver coin.
Oh. Wow,
that's cool.
He's like, there's your first one. Now buy more.
How does it go?
Guess what I've not done.
You're gonna be sorry one day.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But I got all this paper money.
Yeah.
It does nothing right now.
Yeah, exactly.
When the dollar's worth 22 cents.
Yeah.
But I mean, he just loved the Madrigal dinner. I mean, and the kids would always poke fun. He would be an audience participant for sure. And yeah, that's good. That's good. There's going to be an empty chair at the Madrigal dinner this year for sure. So, yeah,
he will be missed.
For sure.
We're gonna feel it.
Shout out Brian Gabel.
Yep.
Shout out.
In a better place now. Well, besides that, this week I thought was the worst because it was a full week.
Yeah.
I've literally seen
these 5-day weeks are just stupid.
Oh my gosh.
Like
after being spoiled of 2 weeks of having 4-day weeks, and then we had this whole week, and then I've seen all these things on the internet about it's like 2 things. It's like, one, it's like me finally starting Thanksgiving break today, and then the other half being like, I hope that when you get back from Thanksgiving break, that student that is absolutely the worst for you is double worse because you're starting your break now versus me. So 2 days next week, longest of the year, I'm sure.
Not to get political at all, but I think Bernie Sanders has something with the 4-day work week. I'm just saying, the 4-day work week would be okay. I mean,
oh my gosh.
I have, when we have the federal election every 2 years, it is no school November.
Basically.
It is absolutely no school November. We get 5 days off. And next year I wouldn't be surprised if it'll be 5 because Veterans Day will be on a Tuesday. I wouldn't be surprised if we get the Monday off.
I saw a video that was like, in whatever year we had 6 federal holidays, we now have 14 or whatever it is. At this rate, in the year 2186, we will have no work every single day.
And still make money.
So silver.
Yeah. That's when you leave yourself.
One of the reasons for the fall of the Roman Empire.
Yeah.
Too many days off work.
They worked less than they had more
Leisure.
national holidays and days off than they did work days. You can get into that argument however you want. I mean, I want to go to work. I mean, I don't want to, but I want to go to work.
Makes life go fast.
I want to go to work.
I need a purpose.
I want to go to work. I want to retire. Don't get me wrong. But,
silver.
Like, with silver.
So yeah, this week was just so long. Had to have a heart-to-heart with the junior high band because they last 2 weeks have been barely able to rehearse. I know it's like junior high, they're just a different breed. Like I get it. However, some of these kids act older when they want to, and when they turn on their 6th grade brains versus 7th and 8th grade brains, it's like, oh my gosh, we can't get anything done. So
we had a kid today. And thank you so much for just letting me have junior mats today because we got there. You guys are going to be floored.
Yeah.
Absolutely floored. Like, and I know I say it especially with the junior high kids. Like, this is a really good junior high group. This is really good.
Yeah.
Paula Helly's done such a fantastic job with them, and the music that she writes is so singable and so fun. And they're doing the sea shanty, which is hilarious.
Oh yeah.
And like so, we have them all, and they sound great. And we got done running the 3 songs that they're doing, and Paula was like, "We need to do What Child Is This again?" Okay, it's the weakest one, and you just keep dragging. So What Child Is This? We're starting at What Child Is This who lay to rest on Mary's lap?
Oh no.
Yeah.
This is Christ. And I'm like, huh. And she's like, we need to do this again, and I'm going to keep, you're just going to, and one of the kids, 8th grade boy, they're standing. We don't have any chairs. We picked up all the chairs to get rid of the dead flies. We're standing. This kid, as she is talking, saying, we're going to sing this song again, lays down on the floor. Just like one kid, 8th grader. And she just like,
what are you doing?
Now, Paula's very old school.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
She just, get your lazy butt up. What are you doing? Nobody else is laying down.
Right.
Like, she's just beside her. It's like, I can't believe you just did that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me. I've had some moments like that too, but yeah. But yeah, no, of course. But that's awesome that you're confident. Because for you, I mean, for me too, but like you see your future magical group. So, like, you can see
well, maybe in a couple years, the far future.
But still, I mean,
I
mean, not every single one of those kids will be in Mads, like the Mads right away. But like
Mads,
you can,
Mads.
but you
Mads,
can
Mads?
see
Is it
Mads.
Mads, Mads?
That's like there's like junior Mads, and then there's like Mads as a general.
The ones that wear costumes. At the
Then Mads is at the table.
Oh, okay.
Is that Mads is at the table?
Mads. Yeah, sure. Mads.
That's with the Z, by the way, because they're cool.
I should. All the kids would go nuts if we had a shirt that said Mads.
Yeah. But happy to help.
Is that
today.
what the dead flies sound like?
Oh my gosh! Has he told you about that?
No.
Oh,
I was like, are we just gonna go past this?
Oh,
Okay.
the junior high is infested
With
with
flies.
with like almost dying flies.
It's weird. So like, because I noticed it like a while ago. So like, I would go into my room, and there'd be like 3 or 4 flies just like dead. It's like, oh, that's kind of weird. But I try to like push them because they'd be like on my desk or like on the table or whatever. And as I'm going to push them off, one gets up and just starts flying. Like, it was the craziest thing. So then I asked the janitor. I was like, "Oh, do you guys spray something?" Like, no, we have no idea what's happening to these flies, and they are everywhere. He's like, I'll go clean up an area by the windows or whatever, and I'll come back an hour or 2 later. There's more, dead. But then when I try to sweep them up, they'll come alive, and then they'll start flying, but then they'll die again. It is the strangest thing.
kind of alarming, like a canary in the mine.
Yeah, or
situation.
something. I don't
like,
know.
What's in the air?
I was like, what's in the what's in the air? It's junior high stank. It's lack of deodorant.
That could be it.
And antiperspirant.
Oh no.
Junior high stank. Good band name. We are Junior High Stank. Thank you. It's like reggae, something.
Half reggae, half funk.
Yeah. Runk.
Mm-hmm.
Runk.
Say gay.
Maybe.
What?
You're the worst.
Imagine that band name with like a heavy metal.
They look heavy
T-shirt.
metal, but really it's just
It's
funk.
one of those like knotted like tree root things. You know what I'm talking about?
Viking metal.
No, like how band name T-shirts are illegible. You can't read them.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, I gotcha. Junior High Stank.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on a T-shirt, and you can't even read it.
You weren't here. Al was a part of it. We sang, like I sang, and it was terrible for the kids one year.
Oh, the rock band.
Yeah, the rock. We had
Oh,
a
yeah.
rock band.
Yeah.
Absent from advisory is our band name.
Fantastic.
Nice.
name.
Absent from advisory, because no kids went to. Kids were supposed to go to advisory. Kids weren't going to advisory.
Don't stop believing.
Now we sang "We Will Rock You" and "Sweet Child of Mine."
Doesn't "We Will Rock You" sing itself though?
The one thing that you forget is that
Words.
it's drums and vocals. There's no help, and when you start in the wrong key, it doesn't help. Yeah.
We
Like,
will.
friends of mine are like, "Yeah, it was a little flat." I'm like, "Shut up,
No.
shut up."
Did you just call me flat?
They did. Well, and it was. I can't sing that stuff. I'm no good at that. Anyway.
It's all right. 2 days next week.
2 day. We have Monday and Friday.
2
Boom.
days.
Well,
Full
we have-
day, one early
So,
release.
yeah, we start madrigal rehearsals next week after school. But one of my favorite days, and it's really weird and it's stupid. I love it, but I hate it. Like Tuesday after school, there were going to be a bunch of people that are going to be at Market Alley Wine or whatever after school because it's break. Mm-hmm. Yeah, not me. I'm going to madrigal rehearsal, and then I can't even join them afterwards.
Because.
The next morning we have Mads Giving.
Aww.
We have a madrigal rehearsal from 9 o'clock to 1 o'clock. Well, really, we rehearse from 9 to noon. And then at noon, Alfano's Pizza
Shout
Shout
out.
out.
brings
Shout
us a
out.
bunch of pizza and
Sponsor us.
breadsticks and
Oh, the breadsticks are the best.
the Bosco sticks. Yeah, so they're bringing us a bunch of food, and we just sit around and eat food and, have all of the fun. And then the following week, Tech Week, and then we have 3 shows on.
Oh my gosh.
2 on Saturday. Ooh, yeah, we've got to talk about sound.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Yeah,
It's
I
like
forgot about that.
thing where it's like when you hear it, that's like the sound.
It's vibrations.
Vibrations.
Good vibrations.
Hey, can we ask the school board for a chairman, please?
Marching bands have done it. Drum corps have done it.
I'll just do it myself.
We could use it. Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine.
Well, how does it sound?
And I'm moving
We
my
need the
hand.
video,
Yeah, I
please.
know. I'm doing my hand, doing the
We need
hand
to
thing.
get a camera.
No.
I thought, like, cause like I could just use my old iPhone, and I could probably start doing the video thing. It's gonna be very low quality.
And then we needed it, but then it needs to go live. If you do the video, you got to get YouTube. You got to do YouTube live, and then people could,
Live
call
from
in or
home,
email
it's
in, and
Friday
yeah.
I guarantee
afternoon.
my friends would log on and just be yelling at you in the chat the whole time.
Yelling at me.
Both of you, all of you.
Interfering!
Why won't you let Lisa talk?
We
We'll
want
get
to
a-
hear Lisa.
We'll get our soundboard, and
But
it will be on there.
It would be great for engagement though, because like there'd be like 3 people on there commenting, and YouTube would be like, "Oh, this is very interesting. It's really engaging," and then it will push it out to everyone, and then we'll have 1 million viewers.
Bringing them money.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Then you won't even need silver to retire. You just retire off of this.
Podcast Gold.
Podcast silver. Better than regular silver. Oh my gosh.
Why are you talking about me over there?
Thanks.
Oh.
Mr. Silver.
Silver just dropped 1,000%. It's worthless now.
Good. Good, just as planned.
We got a couple Christmas concerts coming up.
Yeah.
That day, again, love it, hate it. 2 churches, junior high concert, high school concert.
Same day, right?
Yeah, all on the 15th. Which is, I mean, it's fine. It makes for a really, really fast day, just as long as the band gets done quick enough that we can go out afterwards and have our celebratory music department dinner.
I'll say concert band's doing 2 pieces. I'm doing 3. But, like, 2 of them are kind of short.
Mixed Squire's doing 3. Treble Mads are doing 2. Mixed Mads are doing 2. Do we have a percussion Carol the Bells thing? Are you doing that again?
Yeah.
And then is brass playing
Yes.
on the concert, or?
I think they're going to do...
I'm talking to the person that actually coordinated the brass. You sit there and be quiet.
Okay, even though they talked to me first about it. It's fine.
I don't know that that's been decided. And I think it would be really cool for them to play as people come in. I also think it would be good because there's always that awkward time when we're changing the stage if we had them like set up in the pit area.
And where do we put the risers?
Oh, that's true. I didn't think about that. Or it could just be in front of the stage.
Yeah.
I don't have my heart set on anything. So if you'd rather they just play, but then you wouldn't have them for warm-ups.
Well, yeah, we'll talk about the inside baseball later, but yeah, I don't care. Whatever.
I think they should be involved in some way, shape, or form. That's what my two cents.
Dynamite drop in,
We all
Monty.
agree with that.
Nailed it.
Dynamite drop in.
They're
Glad
sounding better every week.
Glad your opinion is given.
Always.
Then Lisa, you just tell me what you want to do, and that's what we'll do.
That's right. She runs this program.
Okay.
You brought me in just to fill in the gap.
What?
And that's okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be a good concert.
I think so.
Mixed Squire sounds so good.
I think Savannah Band sounds awesome too.
I don't know about that.
I don't know.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I mean.
Okay, but this year we're actually getting the
articulate. Like if I hear him say articulate one more freaking time.
I mean, it's got part of my name in it. They better do it right.
Oh my gosh.
Sounds like Mr. Martinez.
No.
Martinez.
Yes.
That's crazy. I've never thought about that.
What's the concert band playing?
The Polar Express.
Oh, nice.
Marty.
And then Christmas Greetings, which is a medley.
You gotta love a good medley.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We're doing a really neat arrangement. Like, and as soon as I say this, anybody that knows is going to say the Bette Midler one. But it's a Jingle Bells that's back and forth between 7/8 and 4/4. It's not the Bette Midler one. It's Barbra Streisand. Barbra Streisand.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, potato.
Jingle Bells.
But it's really cool. They're doing. Elaine Hagenberg has quickly become one of my favorite choral composers, and we're doing. She's got it's alternate melody to "O Come, O Come, Emmanuel." Unbelievably beautiful.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I've been meaning to tell you that every day in production tech.
Isn't it great?
There was one day where I just like stopped teaching and I was just like
when they hit
on concert band. I was like, I'm sorry, I just had to listen to that.
When they hit that rejoice, like and they're freshmen and sophomores.
Yes.
Like it's stupid. I don't know. Mixed Mads and treble, Mads and treble Mads.
It took me a long time to figure out what, because you're like mixed Mads and there's treble Mads, and I was like,
one has just treble voices and one has a mixture of all 4 voices.
Mixed.
Sorry to be rude, but
it's your podcast. You can do whatever you want.
Master Mr. Martinez doesn't know the difference between treble and mixed choirs.
Yes,
I'm calling WIU and telling them they need to audit your master's degree.
Maybe.
I mean, one semester was during COVID, so.
Any degree you got during COVID, but then they're doing this. Was it Gloria the Angels Sing?
Yes.
It's a nice little fanfare kind of thing, but I know the Treble Mad's doing the 12 Days After Christmas if we can learn it. I'm pretty stoked by that. And I'm hopeful that Mixed Mads can get You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch, because it's all about. And so
like the jazz
Drew's got the. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. But the accompaniment is all vocal accompaniment. And
It sounds really
You've
cool.
done that since I've been here. Who did the solo last time? It's like very familiar.
Yeah, I think probably Wesley, maybe. I don't
okay.
remember. But we didn't do this a cappella thing.
Oh.
It was mixed choir that's done it.
Oh,
This
okay.
is like 8-part a cappella with solo. It's stupid hard. It's really fantastic.
There's a mixed choir too. Which one is it?
There's actually 2 mixed choirs.
Oh my God!
It's
Stop
the same
confusing.
mixed choir. It's just 2
It's
classes.
all
That's
confusing.
fair. That's fair.
It's
You're
all.
right. You're right.
So
Yeah.
choir is
Yeah.
just which voice you using.
2 sections of the same class.
What's up at Central, Lisa? What's going on there?
I actually had a really good lesson week at Central. Like we're moving past moving into reading notation because at the beginning we're just learning these melodies for the concert, and we're learning actual notation, and they've been moving really fast. Like they've all been practicing. I do this thing where I have them circle certain exercises, and I tell them you need to be able to play these at your next lesson. We'll go over them. Then, the expectation is you go home and practice, and you can play them when we come back. And we had several lessons where we were able to just boom, 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 go. And they have to play them by themselves for me. Boom, 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 go through all 3 exercises all by themselves. And it's just been really good as far as that goes. So I've had a really good week at Central. I was talking to one of the other Central teachers, and, Emily and I were talking about what a good day it was, and she was like dead, and and it was oh, clearly not in the rest of the building. Sorry. What's up, Mr. Ferry? You look excited to tell me something.
I don't. You're talking about Central Band, and it made me think of the Central Band concert.
What was your favorite part about that again?
Inappropriate language.
Cursing.
You weren't here for that, were you?
No.
Oh yeah. So she tried to say short and smart at the same time.
Oh no.
In front of everybody, she said short.
No one caught it except these 2. But I.
And your husband.
Yeah, that's true. I've been actually thinking about this. Well, one of my friends Snapchatted me oh my gosh, that story on the episode. And so I've been thinking about this, and I would like to argue that is not a swear word, because the SH, I say the word shoot.
She went
So the
SHI.
SH.
She paused.
There was a space.
Time out.
So the SH stands for shoot.
So shoot fart?
Yes.
Okay.
They do kind of shoot out of you.
That's not a curse word. I did not curse in front of a gymnasium full of parents.
Okay.
She's just trying to get out of confession.
There are different, to some people, there are different definitions of curse words. There are some people that don't think damn's a curse word.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? But Lisa Fornoff does.
Mm-hmm.
And that's fine.
It depends how it's spelled.
Yeah. If we're talking about aquatic beavers, then yes.
Yeah.
Damn.
I like to talk
Damn it all, says the
Oh my
beaver.
gosh.
Says the beaver, trying to tell his construction crew to go into the pond and
This
blow it up.
episode is rated R for profane language. Parental discretion is advised.
Would you ever say shart in the real world?
No.
Okay, so it's a swear.
According to her. She doesn't have her horn.
Whatever that. No, it's doing your little instrument thing with your hands.
There it is.
Oh, yeah.
Lord. That's what we need.
Surfing USA. Da 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 da.
It was good. I don't let him make fun.
Thank you. I'm not. I know. I'm just sending him some awesome sixth graders.
Well, you had mentioned.
Do you have band? It's fine.
Do you have band kids playing at the Central Christmas program?
Yes, the sixth graders are.
Okay. What are they playing?
They are playing Charlie Brown Christmas because the theme is yeah. So
I'm gonna bet it's gonna be that fast and that.
One, two.
So okay, I was going to do like one band arrangement and then one like duet of just Up on the Housetop, and then I found this packet full of fun songs for them to play, and Peanuts was on there, and I was like, Mrs. Pickerel.
That's Peanuts.
Thank you, Mrs. Pickerel. Mrs. Pickerel.
Oh, shout out.
Oh my gosh.
I thought you were song about Peanuts.
Her theme. I'm so glad we can laugh today. Her theme for her program is like Christmas in the movies. So she's doing all songs that are in movies. And then I saw this Peanuts melody. And I was like, okay, we should do that instead of Jolly or Up on the Housetop. So it's just a unison, the little melody thing. But it is still teaching them a lot because it's a dotted quarter eighth note
You
rhythm.
don't have to defend yourself.
I'm defending myself to me because
Okay.
I'm kind of like, oh, they're sixth graders, they shouldn't be playing something in unison like for the performance. But with this dotted quarter eighth rhythm is very tricky. So we're able to focus in on that. And then a Carol of the Bells arrangement, which sounds really cool.
I gotta ask how other people teach that, because like they have difficulties.
Yes, that is. Except what happens is I count it off, and then my very strong alto sax section is like, we're going this tempo now, and I'm like, okay. They want to go fast.
Always.
Because they're good and they have the melody. So fun story about the dotted quarter eighth rhythm.
Yep.
When I did my EdTPA, my wonderful.
Wait a minute. Fun at TPA.
Yeah, it was an ironic fun.
My she has to dictate to the state it was fun, and we should keep on doing it.
Yes, everybody should have to do EdTPA.
Yep.
Not name me.
Not yep.
But I did that rhythm. That was my concept I taught. Because my cooperating teacher was like, yeah, that's something they need help with. It was with the like honors 6th grade class or something. And that's when I found out it's really hard to teach.
It is. Well, because it's like the few ways I say it is like, okay, because it's always like they play it too short, the dotted quarter note, and then they get to the eighth note too early. So it's like, okay, think about it this way. It's almost a half note, but that little eighth note by itself is by itself. So that's on the and of whatever. Mm-hmm. So like it's, but I like even that sometimes doesn't even work for them. I don't know. It's tough for them. But it's like once you get it, it's like, oh my gosh, it opens the door for so many rhythms after that. Yeah. Like, hey, remember that dotted quarter eighth? Now we're going to do it with the eighth note this time. Yeah. And it's going to be a 16th, so it's going to feel shorter, but it's going to have the same kind of feel to it. So, and then 6/8.
What's the theme of the Lincoln Harding Dr. Mrs. Martinez concert?
Good question.
Oh my
god. But isn't she doing also Polar Express? I think she is.
Maybe.
I think
is she doing Hot Chocolate?
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
So. Like a song from it. Hot Chocolate.
Yeah, so...
You can ride for free! That's still always hard I know about that Polar Express.
God, how many years ago has that been? It's been a billion years ago. And any of our former madrigal singers that listen to this. So, there was a year at the madrigal dinner that instead of wassail, we did Hot Chocolate. And so we sang Hot Chocolate a cappella. Mm-hmm. And I had alumni that came up to me and said, we will never come back if you do that again.
Because it was bad or because it broke tradition?
No, they want to drink the wassail.
Yeah.
We had Hot Chocolate.
Oh.
They're like, we want the wassail. Like, oh my Lord, I didn't.
People have spoken.
And so one year, several years ago, when I was at Avon, I ended the Madrigal dinner with this awesome a cappella arrangement of "Oh Holy Night."
Instead of.
And they were mad.
Thank you.
Like the whole audience was like, "It's not over yet. They have one more song." Like,
oh no.
Like, no, we're done. We bowed. And like, I will never finish a Madrigal dinner without. It will always be Silent Night, and we're done. Like
Oh Holy Night is like Silent Night level, but Silent Night's a closer. Oh Holy Night's like leading up to that moment. I would say I think we did Oh Holy Night and Madrigals in high school too. I think that was our thing.
I think that might be my favorite Christmas song.
What?
Silent Night. Oh, sorry.
No,
Oh Holy Night's my favorite Christmas song. Yeah,
Ooh.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Oh Holy Night. And
beautiful.
Like, I can't. If it's done well, especially at the end, and it just.
Yeah.
No, we don't need you to sing it. We know it.
That was great
Why
singing.
is Kermit the Frog in
Like,
there?
That was great singing, Kevin.
It's like Dracula.
Blah blah blah. That's pretty great.
It really was like an unholy fusion of Adam Sandler.
But that's what we
the
should.
Frog.
That's what we. Oh, that would be a good podcast episode. What's your favorite Christmas song?
Yeah.
Ooh. And we get closer.
We just gave our. I mean, we're
there's
done.
only one. It would only be him talking.
Oh, really? Well, I guess it's like of all. I guess.
Of
favorite,
all time.
well, I guess favorite Christmas songs.
Genres.
Like multiple. Like,
we could do hymns. We could do contemporary.
Yeah.
We could do the choral, whatever. Yeah, or your favorite band arrangement of.
Yeah.
You know, whatever and. Ba ba da ba ba ba. Ba ba da ba ba ba.
Oh my gosh! Wait, have you ever heard of Slay Rough? Seriously though, have you ever heard it? Oh my gosh! Okay, so
I thought you were calling your tempo of Sleigh Ride Sleigh Rough because it was.
But it was okay. So I will. So shout out to Doug Mancy.
Shout out
from Macomb because he showed the high school kids one year this video called Sleigh Rough on YouTube, and okay, so I'll post it on our Facebook so people have like out of context or whatever. But the coolest thing about the video is that only professionals could probably pull off how good that song is done badly. Because it's like you listen to it like this is awfully complicated for actually to be bad. So I think that's the coolest thing. But since then, and it's been like 6-7 years, my family has requested that us play that song at Christmas like 6 or 7 times in a row because it is awesome. So if you've never heard Sleigh Rough, I will play it for you guys.
Okay.
And I'll put it on the Facebook page so everyone else can enjoy it. So shout out, thank you Doug Massey for sharing that because that is like now Christmas tradition in my family.
That's so cool.
Next to the tamales.
I will try and remember to share it to the Instagram page too. When you
because
unless do you have access?
I don't.
So a fun thing is I'll like share like last week I promoted the podcast on the Instagram stories twice. I know I was on top of it, but it's like automatically set that for some reason my Facebook is like Music in the Making Pod is the one I want to be connected with. I cannot get it to connect with my actual Instagram page. And so it like always automatically posts the Music in the Making things to my personal Facebook and I don't catch it. And then I just have all these like cringy like repping the pod, like just being silly on the Music in the Making on my real story that I never share anything on. And then suddenly I'm like posting random stuff.
That's funny.
Did anybody hear from Madeline Wood this week?
Yes, I did.
I would like to get a Madeline update on how upset she is with you and Art for not saying. Did she acknowledge that the old guy was the one that said blasphemy?
I don't think she did acknowledge that, but she did. We were talking about a horn that I was working on for her. But she said, I did not properly express my gratitude for the Madeline Wood shout-out episode. And then she said, good luck at your flute recital that I told you about. I think she kind of felt like you guys weren't supporting me enough. And then she was asking me what I was playing.
The flute?
What piece of music?
Well, she played the flute, so that's why she's going to remember it also. And support it.
Yeah. So I also saw her, like, I saw her immediately after we recorded this because she dropped off that horn. And I was like, get ready. And I swear at some point she said, where is it? Oh, she said I did do a backflip, though. Because I was like, Madeline Wood's going to do a backflip because Kevin Ferry just corrected us.
That's what I do.
She did, yep.
Just back in my day, that's what it was called. That's all I'm saying.
Do we have a Lisa's list?
Lisa's list.
Okay, the list is very short, but I appreciate. I think it just has one thing. So last week after
It's different than the list she has for Crispin, but go ahead.
That's like chores.
It is. There's
Take out
also
the trash. Clean the bathroom.
There's also a list in my notes app that is called Crispy Dew.
Crispy Dew.
He does not like that name, for the record.
Shout out Crispy Dews.
We need
That sounds like a
t-shirts.
host.
We
That
need
sounds like a
t-shirts
cake.
that say Crispy Dew.
I'm so glad he doesn't listen.
I'm not. I think that's...
I know.
I've heard of Honeydew, not
Yeah.
Crispy Dew list.
So last
That's
week,
awesome.
immediately after we recorded, I went to Mercer County for the junior high
Shout out.
chess club
Oh yeah,
pizza party.
that's
Remember?
right.
So
We were invited.
you're lost. Rusty was there.
Oh, shout out, Rusty.
He came inside, got a salad from the salad bar, waved hi to the kids, and scurried away.
Wait, you guys have like a legit Pizza Hut?
It's Happy
Happy
Joe's.
Joe's.
Oh, Happy Joe's.
No
Oh, that's a big
blasphemy.
time.
It's
Sorry.
Happy Joe's.
Happy Joseph's. Okay, anyway.
So I was sitting there, eating my pizza, and Mr. Fornoff was talking to two of his 8th grade girls, and of course he is, giving them a hard time about something, as one does, and they went, Mr. Fornoff!
Nice.
And like the
They listen to the
exact,
podcast.
the exact way I would say it to you guys,
That's-
and I was like,
Nice.
nice.
Welcome to the club, Crispy
Yep.
Dew.
Crispy Dew.
I can't wait to see you.
I'm in trouble.
What up, Crispy Dew? Yeah, you're in trouble, sure.
straws.
Lisa's just sitting
Yeah,
there.
right. Yeah, I was
Lisa's
say.
just sitting back there like, I'm in danger.
The rest of it says 8th grade girls saying Mr. Fornoff at chess club - dolphin straws. I think
Whoa.
that was just a autocorrect. I don't think that actually means
So I'm going to say, does that
Dolphin
mean
straws.
that Happy Joe's has paper straws because they won't kill the dolphins? Because paper straws suck.
Thank you. That is actually what they were saying Mr. Fornoff to, because he was like, I want the straw that kills the most dolphins. Or something like that, and that's what made them say, Mr. Fornoff.
Those of you that completely disagree with me on this, that's totally fine. And I will drink from a paper straw or whatever, and I don't want to kill animals. I don't want to do any of
Neither
that.
does he.
But I freaking hate paper straws.
the
They're
worst.
disgusting.
Oh,
They're
pretty
disgusting.
Yeah.
They dissolve in your freaking mouth. They're awful.
They're
I
fine
hate
for
them. I
5
hate them. I
minutes.
hate them.
Yeah.
They're good for
Agreed.
chugging drinks.
That is,
If
thank you.
do it
That,
through a
that
straw.
was impressive. You understand me more than I understand me.
More than Crispy Dew?
You need Crispy Dews.
Crispy Dew. We're going to come up with a jingle.
Yeah, absolutely. And that'll be on our soundboard.
Crispy Dew. Yeah. All right.
Shout
are we good?
out.
What's our Crispy Dew of the week? Next, we'll release a list.
Yeah, you need to do better on your list. That was a good list.
That was-
But was it really a list? Only one.
I wasn't even gonna bring it up. I was gonna let them pile up a little bit. But
Oh, but if you
thank you.
No, you need to have. Oh. Good luck. Enjoy your first Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
As a
because
Fornoff.
yeah, because
Uh-huh.
yes.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, you guys have been dating for 100 years. So,
Yeah.
what's the we're going to my mom's here. We're going to his mom's there.
It's changed like 3 times, and where
Get used to
it's
it.
at. Yeah. We are going. So.
Sorry. Sorry. The best part is when they all come to you.
Yes.
And now
That's me.
Like, wait a minute. I don't have to leave I can have my sweats and my sweatshirt. Yep. I don't even care.
Yep.
Yes.
That was the conversation.
Wait a minute. I'm watching my TV. I'm watching football here in my chair. Mm-hmm. Nice. Yeah.
No.
So Thanksgiving is the holiday my brother comes back from Denver for.
Shout out
Eric.
Brother Eric Hallen.
Yes.
Mr. Lisa's brother.
So we usually prioritize Lisa's family for that because he's there and he doesn't come back for Christmas. So we're going to be in LaSalle Wednesday, Thursday. Wednesday, I have my 10-year high school reunion.
The busiest bar night of the year.
I know.
Good.
Have fun.
I'm probably going to be there for like 45 minutes before I'm like, this is not what I... Yes.
But Crispy Dude's going to make conversations with everybody.
Yes.
I have to keep saying it or I'm going to forget.
Yeah.
It's just every time it's just Crispy Dude. So the next time I see it's like Crispy Dude. Hey, I'm going to need you to register as a judge for contest as Crispy Dude for an off. You need to make a new...
I'll just put it on my note. Anyway, so that's
what we do is we make that
if he was
for his door and don't say anything.
If he was a wrestler, that would be an awesome nickname. Weighing in at 140 pounds, Crispin Crispy Dude Border!
I'm like blushing. Why? You guys got me.
The Sandler Kermit thing is back. Just don't get it.
So then Thanksgiving...
You want me to hear my Ray Romano? It's basically the same thing.
You're right.
You just talk like this all the time.
Ray Romano is absolutely just Adam Sandler doing a Kermit the Frog impression. You're absolutely right.
As Harold Ramis.
True.
I'm listening.
No, you're good. So on Friday, my family always goes and cuts down our Christmas tree. So Crispin and I are going to cut down our first Christmas tree.
You kill trees.
Yes.
Oh,
okay.
We do it every day here.
Seriously.
Especially in the music department.
Copyright police, he's kidding.
I mean, they have to kill the trees first, is all I'm saying. But their paper's also nicer than ours.
Yeah.
Well,
so I'm excited.
So we won't have a podcast next week.
Correct.
The following week will be really difficult. You guys can do one, but I will be...
We're going to do one live from the Magical Dinner.
This station is conducting a test of the emergency broadcasting system. This is only a test.
Okay, let's try that again. Okay, sorry about that. I don't know. It just stopped recording after a second. So anyway, So for next week, we won't have a podcast. But I say
no, you guys can have one. You
Not
don't
next
need
week.
me there.
Not next week.
All right, 2 weeks. Shut
That's
up.
what I'm saying.
What? I hate him.
That's
we'll
just
do
a
live
Friday afternoon talk.
We'll do live from the Magical Brass area. Episode.
Madrigal Brass. I need the names of your Madrigal Brass so I can get them in the program.
I know. I gotta figure out who they are still because there's some difficulties.
We are 2 weeks away, my friend.
I know. I got 2 people right now. If I can, I'll solidify it Monday. I'll say because I have myself playing, and then Kat, and then I got Hannah from
A-Town.
A-Town.
Shout out.
I almost said it was from somebody else. I was like, that's not right. A-Town. She'll play tuba.
It's an image.
And then, but then Dina from Galesburg.
Shout out.
And a student will fill in the rest of the parts. So I just don't have like 100%. So what I'll do is I'll make an email chain just to like confirming we are all doing this together. So, but it'll be good. We're gonna do some SpongeBob theme.
Oh, that's
We'll do Pirates of the Caribbean.
In memory of Gabel. And
Yeah.
A couple of tunes from there.
Good idea. Are you arranging them?
Yeah.
Nice.
Muppet Treasure
There's a
Island.
bunch of sharks swimming behind.
Really? Are you trying to?
I'm trying to. Yeah, he's not paying attention. And then we'll do Treasure Planet, obviously, which is basically the same thing. And then we'll do Pirates of Penzance.
Is there?
What are you?
Do not promise that because Crispin will be waiting for it.
Mr.
Crispy Dude.
No. Oh my gosh.
We'll do.
I was just assaulted, by the way. That's assault, brother.
I'll add some pepper to it.
We'll do. Dang!
Wow.
Mic drop.
That's a T-shirt. That's a T-shirt.
Lisa's spicy
You call
today.
a mic. But
Wait, I have good news I want to share before.
But yeah, we'll do Pirates of Penzance.
So,
You have news?
You go. No.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
She just raised her hand.
Yes, I got a whiteboard for the auditorium, and it's so pretty.
Oh, that's what it's doing in there. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, I gotcha.
I've wanted one for a couple years, but I've just never asked. And our new principal,
Shout out.
Has been like, you just let me know whatever you need to us during staff meetings, and I was like, I need a whiteboard in there. That way I can stop being like 4 16th notes, 2 quarter notes. Like I was doing that exercise this week.
Okay, I thought you were saying equals.
No. It was even worse because we were doing da 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 to help us get our dotted 8th, 16th. That makes more sense. I was like, why was I doing that?
La 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 la.
And I was like saying this to the kids, and they're like, "What?" I'm like, "I wish I could draw this. Now I can draw it out. What rhythms and a plan for the day, and announcements and everything else."
So happy for
I'm
you.
excited about that.
And the kids are too.
I'm trying to think of another pirate movie I should write.
Is there a Scooby-Doo Pirates movie? I think there might be.
We did Scooby-Doo 2 years ago. We're not.
That's true. But
I think Yo Ho Ho, Bottled Rum. What do you do with the Drunken Sailor? Popeye.
Yeah. Oh yeah, those are. Oh,
SpongeBob.
I did SpongeBob theme. I was gonna do SpongeBob theme. I said, Pirates of the Caribbean. We can do a couple of those. But then I said Muppet Treasure Island, and you didn't say anything. And then I said Treasure Planet, which is also kind of like Muppet Treasure Island. And then I said Pirates of the Penzance, and that's when you reacted.
It was so good, I almost peed my pants.
Yeah.
Muppet Treasure Island and Treasure Planet are the same movie.
Basically, yeah.
I mean, they're not, but they are.
They are. It's all Treasure Island, but not.
Art, I think you are a treasure.
It'll be a tubo solo.
He's coming. That's
Who?
awesome. Dr. Hawkins.
Yeah.
Yay.
Nice.
Cool.
Shout out.
Shout out Dr. Hawkins coming to the Madrigal Dinner.
Woohoo.
Love it.
Go next.
All right. I think we're gonna call it there so we can all go home.
Yes.
It's Friday. Thank you all for
Friday, gotta get down on Friday.
Going with our antics and whatnot.
Hey, well, we're gonna talk about this live thing.
Yeah, we can.
Or not. This is why it should be live. Everybody should have seen.
That's
look
fair.
you just gave me. Because, for 2 seconds, I knew what Crispy Doo felt like.
But for a moment.
It was a magical moment.
Crispy Doo.
Crispy.
It's funny. I don't even call him Crispy. Like everyone else in the world does, and I never have.
No, yeah. Crispy!
Yeah, that's a lot more effective.
Anyway.
Mr. Fornoff!
Yeah. She definitely says that. She definitely says
No.
that.
You will.
Yeah.
There will be a day.
Give it time. I'll say it hasn't been a year yet.
When the little Fornoffs are running around and he's just sitting there,
Yeah.
watching something.
Oh my gosh. No.
Mr. Fornoff!
Watching chess. But thank you to Kidder for
Watching
being our...
You think he doesn't do that?
Hey, did you give Blake our
Yeah, I was
cards?
saying.
No, he didn't come this week. Hey, no, we cannot end on that episode. We love Kidder music.
We do love Kidder music.
I saw they have a Black Friday special going on, so people should check that out.
Yeah, absolutely. Go to the website. Go to the website for Kidder Music. But thank you, Kidder, for sponsoring us. We appreciate all you do. Thank you guys for listening in. I would say we're getting back into the swing of
Yep,
doing this again, so.
Finsta, Facebook.
It's not Twitter anymore. What's it called? X.
X. Do we have an X account?
No, we don't.
We need an X account.
Blue Sky account?
I don't know.
The hell is Blue Sky?
It's like
Smiling at me.
Montana?
Maybe.
Wyoming?
I have to go.
Anyway.
it's like Twitter for people who.
Bye-bye. Crispy.